and then you do it. But now the meeting is being live streamed.
We are now live.
Read a pilot.
So,
Let's read Amie's pilot.
yes.
Yes, let's.
Let's.
That was the perfect segue. Okay.
Y'all, we figured it out. Thank goodness. Okay. So we're gonna start in 1 minute at 6:30. So everybody can go off screen and then I'll tell you the moment we're going live. And we are going live right now. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Pilot Dump, a weekly event that the Pack Theater holds, in which a writer premieres a first draft of a half-hour pilot that they wrote. Today, we will be reading through K&A Take LA, which is a half-hour dramedy pilot that I wrote, and we will begin now.
Do you want me to start, Amie?
Yes. Thanks, Ryan.
Interior, the dollar shop. The door bings, a customer walks in. Amina, 28, everyone's amp artist, pops up from underneath the register and puts the biggest smile you ever did see.
Welcome to the dollar shop. Let me know if you need any assistance with anything.
The customer nods.
Seriously, with any little thing, like if you're trying to decide between your brand toothpaste, Crest, between our brand toothpaste or Crest, you can ask me and I'd always tell you to go with Crest.
The customer walks very normally into an aisle. As she does, Amina yells towards her.
Yes, girl, look at you walk. If this were the 90s, I'd tell Naomi, Cindy, and Tyra to watch out because you look like you're after their jobs with that walk lady.
The customer shakes her head at Amina.
Okay, now you go and walk down that aisle, woman.
Amina goes back to her stocking duties until the customer approaches her and places nail polish remover, Sudafed, and ammonia on the counter. Amina stares at her. She stares back. They both blink.
You know I've seen Breaking Bad, love.
So you want a cookie?
Amina turns to Manny, 35, her boss and friend, staring at her.
I would love to sell you these items, but I don't think I'm legally or morally allowed to sell you this stuff.
Bring her up and sell her the items, Amina.
What if there's a body and I'm helping her dispose of it? Is there a body?
The customer shakes her head no.
You might walk like I had it, but like a Pinocchio.
Manny pushes her aside, rings the customer up, and puts the cash in the cash register. When the customer leaves, he turns his attention to Amina.
Can't call our customers liars.
What if she had a body?
What show did you even watch? None of those items could help you dispose of a body.
How would you know? Have you disposed of a body before?
Exterior, Raina House, day. A beautiful Westwood Los Angeles estate. Interior, Raina House, Kavita's bedroom, day. Kavita Raina, 28, lies in bed with Tim, 22. She's on her phone as Tim longingly stares at her. He tries to spoon her, but she shifts uncomfortably away from him.
I don't like touchy-feely stuff.
Her eyes don't leave her phone.
I said I don't like touchy-feely stuff.
Sorry, I was muted. We just hooked up.
That's touchy stuff. No feely stuff was involved.
Tim looks disappointed.
Well, I had a lot of fun. I don't really hook up with older women.
I'm not old.
What I meant was that, like, you live in this dope-ass house, so you have to have your shit together.
How old do I look to you?
Like 31.
31. 31. I am 28. I won't even be 30 for another year and a half, asshole.
She hops out of bed.
I wasn't trying to insult you.
She puts on some clothes.
Try a compliment next time.
Tim playfully pulls her back into bed.
I'm sorry. You're gorgeous. And you don't look a day over 27.
That's less lame and hot.
They start making out. It starts to get hot real quick. Neon, Rana, 50s, Kavita's mother, and the kind of mother who thinks that her children are obligated to be her best friends, enters the room as Kavita and Tim's makeout session starts to turn into a hookup session. She's holding a copy of Variety.
Kavita, I cannot believe they did not include you in this year's 10 comics to watch list. I'll have to write the editor.
Kavita stops hooking up with Tim and at the sounds of her mom's voice.
I did stand up one time.
I
Tim
will
goes
still
on the-
call. I will still call and email them. That one time was very noteworthy.
Please don't.
Neon goes to take a seat at the edge of Kavita's bed.
They included 5 or 6 minorities. I can't tell this one's race. He's either Persian or just pale.
You can't say things like that, Mom.
That is one less minority than last year. Those very pretty Hollywood actresses keep saying the time's up, and your time's about to be up if you don't get in on this white guilt affirmative action train right now. Next year, there might only be 3.5 minorities.
Please
Kavita,
ignore. Yeah, please ignore everything she says like I do.
The worst part is that your friend from film school, Octavia, made the list.
now Kavita's interested. She grabs the daily from her mom.
Octavia Reed, she's not funny.
Which shows that you two could have made the list if you didn't sleep until 11 a.m. every day.
Diane looks at Tim for the first time, who, as if on cue, moves to get dressed.
This is the earliest she's been up all month. Maybe she needs to bring more boys over.
Tim smiles uncomfortably.
Will you be staying for breakfast?
Tim nods.
No, he will not.
Sorry.
Her eyes are still glued to the copy of Variety.
I can't believe Octavia made it. I need to get my shit together.
Interior Amina's studio day. Amina lies knocked out in her bed. She's fully dressed in her waitress outfit, clearly too exhausted to have changed into pajamas before knocking out the night before. A buzzing sound from her phone wakes her up. She grabs it, checks the caller ID, and answers it. Morning voice and all.
B, tell me good news.
Interior Bridget and Patricia's office. Interior Amina's studio. Intercut. Bridget, no one early 40s, sits at a desk cluttered with printed scripts, unorganized post-its and handwritten notes. She's type A, and A stands for undiagnosed ADHD. She speaks to Amina through her speakerphone.
Not today, hun. They're going with one of Patrick's lousy clients.
I heard that.
Patrick, Bridget's twin brother, sits across from her. Due to the office's limited space, their desks face one another. Patrick's, however, is organized and the polar opposite of his sister's, which reflects their personalities really well.
You were meant to.
She turns her attention back to Amina on the phone.
Next time, hun.
You have to stop sending me out on auditions that your brother's clients are also going to. They book everything.
Because they're better.
Am I on speaker?
No, you're not.
Yes, you are.
Please tell me sooner next time. Hey, Patty, Pat. What you doing, beloved?
I mean, hit me up if you need a new agent. I can actually get you roles.
Bridget takes from the speaker.
You have a call back.
Amina jumps up from bed, shocked but also excited per usual.
Who, what, when, where, and why?
I'll email you the details.
Oh, let's do this. As long as the script passes the Beckel and Duvernay test, I'm all in.
It doesn't pass either of them.
I'm still in, though.
That's my girl. They have a few questions I need your answers on before you go.
Bridget's call waiting sound alert. She checks her caller ID.
I need to get this, but I'll call you back in a minute to get your answers.
They both hang up. Amina starts to head to her kitchen, but before she even makes it there, her phone rings, which she picks up without looking at the caller ID.
Wow, I'm impressed. That was actually a minute.
Interior, CJ's apartment. Interior, Amina's studio. Intercut. A lonely man's escape. Various cats roam the apartment. Sitting in front of a keyboard, CJ, 50s, depressed, but would deny it, uses his landline to speak with Amina.
Have you been avoiding my calls, little Miss Amina?
Absolutely not.
She absolutely has been.
Please stop avoiding me. I know where you sleep, and I have a key.
And that's not creepy at all.
Amina walks over to her kitchen, but finds nothing but sugar-free Red Bull. She grabs it and chugs it.
You'll get my rent check today.
You said that last week. I need it today. No more chances of dodging my calls. I can come pick it up this afternoon.
No worries. I'll drop it off.
No, I'm very worried. I'll pick it up at 3 p.m.
Amina, distressed, hangs up the phone. Interior, Rana house day. Farouk Rana, 50s, prepares a Master Chef-worthy breakfast. Nayan sips tea as she continues reading the copy of Variety from earlier. Tim sits next to her eating a plate of pancakes, eggs, and pakoras.
These are the best eggs I've ever had.
I can't believe that Sandra took the role from Meryl. Meryl was a shoo-in.
That is nice.
She's not listening.
Really? For what movie?
Nayan rolls her eyes with both of them and continues to talk to herself.
Next SAG after event is going to be who? All the ladies will be talking about it.
How will you know? You're not a part of SAG.
Kavita walks into the kitchen wearing a Versace Baroque bathrobe. She notices Tim, but isn't bothered by him. She walks to their massive fridge, opens it up, and it's impeccably stocked. She grabs a bottle of Boss water and a carton of macadamia nut milk.
Why are you still here?
Good morning, honey bunches of oats.
She gives him a kiss on the cheek.
Good morning, Baba. Did you sleep well?
I did.
Not really.
Well, your suitor was telling me that you met him at an improvisational show. Are you thinking about getting back into improvisational theater?
No, and suitor is not what I'd call him.
There's a box of honey bunches of oats and sit next to Tim.
I like it. Is that what they call F-word buddies in India? Suitors?
Kavita gives him a deadly stare as she pours milk and cereal into a bowl.
You should ask someone from India.
I'm sorry. No, you look very Indian.
Because all brown people look alike to colonizers, right?
I'm Italian. I don't think we colonized anything.
You'd fare better if you stopped talking now and then read a history book.
You know, he was really quiet last night, like perfectly quiet. Something about this morning. He's all
talky.
Exactly.
Nayan smiles at having gotten something right. She shares a moment with Kavita.
If you want a guy who never talks, Hina's nephew never talks, and he's a surgeon.
And now the moment's gone. Farouk brings a plate of food over to Kavita and sits next to her.
Honey bunches of oats. I know we never had birds and bees talk, but I think it is time.
I mean, I don't think she needs to talk. She knows exactly what she's doing, and she seems to be very experienced.
Farouk takes Tim's plate from him, and as he was stuffing a pakora into his mouth.
If you value your life, you will leave now.
He picks up the remaining pakoras from the plate Farouk's holding and bolts toward the door.
Really nice meeting you all.
Yeah, I am being 100% serious. We need to have a talk.
Yeah, Baba, I have the internet.
Nayan gets up, goes through the kitchen drawer, and gets a pair of kitchen scissors, a latex glove, and a banana from a fruit basket.
I brought props.
You see this? This is a banana, but we can pretend it is a flaccid penis.
Oh my goodness.
Farouk begins cutting the glove.
Your Amie and I don't use condoms because she's tied her tubes after she had you, so I don't have one. But again, we will use our imaginations here.
Please stop. Please end my life right now. Please.
Kavita sinks in her chair. Interior, the dollar shop, day. Amina enters the store to find Manny squatting beside a cart of cheap dolls. He uses a pricing gun to add prices to individual doll boxes.
How's it going? Manny, Manny, Bo Manny, Fee, Fi, Mo Manny.
Manny doesn't look at her.
No,
I didn't even ask for anything yet.
yet.
You look like you were pooping. Did you know that modern toilets are a lie?
No, and I don't care to know.
Humans are supposed to squat when we poop. Been doing it for like a bajillion years. So our bodies poop naturally when we squat. How long have you been sitting there? I'm surprised you haven't pooped your pants, or have you?
She takes a look at his ass.
Doesn't look like it, but Shorty's got a bag from where I'm sitting.
I do squat.
Squat booty goals.
What do you want for real?
You know how I got you to do the 5 love languages quiz and we learned that your love language is words of affirmation? Well, since I just affirmed you, I really need you to show me love using my love language of gifts.
Didn't you score like 2 in gifts?
It's my primary love language today. Or you can use my second love language, acts of service, and pay me for the shifts I'm scheduled to work during the next 3 weeks. Today.
Manny cackles. Amina stares at him.
Oh, you're serious. Well, why don't you go ask your boss at the restaurant?
He laughed at my face too. I really need this, Manny. I'm going to get evicted if I don't make rent today.
Oh, what if you do? I mean, you could always move in with Kay. I'm sure her parents would be cool with it. They like you more than they like her.
Yeah, but I can't be around people who actually like me for too long. It triggers my anxiety.
Exterior cafe, day. Kavita, with iced coffee in hand, selects a table, puts her laptop and drink down, and sits down. She opens up her laptop to screenwriting software. She types a screen heading interior. She stares at the blank screen for a beat, closes her laptop, gets up, and leaves the cafe. Interior, Randa house, living room, day. Kavita, with laptop in tow, walks into the living room to find Naya on the couch watching an episode of the Jerry Springer Show. She takes a sit on the love seat across from Nyan, opens her laptop and stares at a blank screen.
I learned a new slang word, thought. It means that hoe over there. I hear millennials are taking back words like slut and hoe.
Kavita grabs the remote to pause the episode.
1, you're about 7 years late. 2, why are you watching this?
I'm hoping to understand how to relate to you better.
Did it help? Did that help? Do you know how to relate to me now?
It did help a lot.
Cool. I'm moving out.
Interior, Amina's apartment complex, stairwell, day. Amina walks up the stairs to the second floor of her building. She wears headphones and jams out to whatever music she's listening to. Upon reaching the second floor and walking towards her apartment, she finds CJ standing at her door, writing a note on her whiteboard. Amina takes a U-turn and bolts out of the building as soon as she sees him. CJ hears Amina's footsteps running away and runs after her. A few paces in, he's winded and has to stop to catch his breath. Exterior, Amina's apartment complex, Bridget's office. Amina picks up a call from Bridget as she walks to the bus stop.
You got it. They just want you to do a chemistry test, but they really like you.
That's amazing. Bridget, you're amazing, and I'm amazing.
You have to get there right now. I'll text you the address.
Interior, West Hollywood duplex, day. Kavita sits across Mason, early 20s, wearing a 2-pack t-shirt and dreadlocks and look like they've never been washed.
So how much is rent?
1,200 is pretty good for West Hollywood, right?
No, that's not good at all. Who has that kind of money?
It's pretty good. Oh, do shroom? We have shrooming parties here twice a month. All the roommates need to participate and chip in on the shroom budget.
Yeah, I will not be chipping it into the shroom budget.
Exterior, Amina's apartment complex, day. Amina stands across her building considering her options. CJ sits on a beach chair on the lawn, one cat in hand while another rests beside his feet, eating a sandwich. He feeds the cat he's holding some of his sandwich. There appears to be no getting in or out of the building without passing him. Amina considers walking away until she sees one of her neighbors open up their third floor window. Exterior, Amina's apartment complex, side of the building, moments later. Amina walks by multiple closed windows until she sees an open one. She climbs through the window into interior Gonzalez apartment. The Gonzalez family, mom, dad, grandparents, and 2 kids sit together in their living room watching a telenovela. They all turn to watch Amina crash into their living room floor, too shocked to react.
Hi, beautiful apartment you have there. Your decor is HGTV worthy, but you guys should really think about putting some sort of wire on this window. You don't know what kind of strange people a wire-free first floor window may attract.
She exits their apartment. Interior, Amina's apartment complex lobby. Amina runs down the hallway. She slows down as she approaches the camera in the lobby, stops running, waves to the camera, and then starts to run again. Interior, CJ's apartment. CJ enters his apartment with his empty sandwich plate in hand. His TV shows a view of the various cameras in the building. He notices Amina waving, runs to his kitchen to place his plate on the sink, and runs out of his apartment. Interior, Amina's apartment complex, stairwell. Amina bolts up the stairs. Interior, Amina's apartment complex, second floor. Outside Amina's apartment, there's a note on her whiteboard that reads, visited twice, waiting, CJ. Interior, Amina's apartment complex. CJ runs up the stairs. He takes a break to catch his breath every couple steps. Interior, Amina's apartment. Amina quickly packs a gym bag full of clothes, grabs her laptop and charger. She hears banging on the door as she grabs a book from her makeshift bookshelf.
Amina, I know you're in there.
Amina, now at her balcony, looks at the 2-story drop to the ground. She yells back at him.
I'm literally not.
She closes her eyes and jumps into the tree right outside of her balcony. She climbs down the tree. Interior, Culver City house, day. Jamie, 20s, wears a sundress with pearls. Her hair is done in a tight bun. Sits beside Kavita in her kitchen island.
I've met with a couple other people who had listings on Craigslist, and you're the only normal one so far.
I was a little scared and hesitant about using Craigslist too, since I'm new to LA and no one in Montana would ever use Craigslist to find a roommate. We think that's where all the crazies find each other, but I like you too, girl.
I have mental health problems like everyone else, but people out here are actually crazy.
All the leasing office will need is to see verification of employment. Then you should be able to move in right away.
Huh. Here's the thing about my job situation. I don't technically have one right now.
Jamie smiles.
Then you don't technically have a room situation right now.
She stops smiling, gets up, grabs her phone, and slams it into the island.
Fucking great. Not again. When you think you finally found someone normal, and then you learn that she's not.
She's fuming.
Why can't I ever win? I just want to find someone who's not crazy and is normal and won't lead me on or waste my fucking time.
Kavita, who looks terrified, gets up and bolts to the door. Interior, Kavita shrug. Amina sits in the passenger seat as Kavita drives.
Gracias, chica, for giving me a ride. You wouldn't know, but LA buses sometimes show up and sometimes they don't. Couldn't take that risk.
Why are you thanking me like this mini break from house hunting and the current house that I live in isn't the only good part of my day?
Your parents are in your business again.
They're upping the ante. Like, I'm pretty sure my mom called me a thought today. No one ever uses that word anymore.
Amina laughs a little.
You kind of are, and I say that in the most loving, absolutely not slut-shaming way.
Interior audition room day. A casting director and a couple of other people sit in the room.
This is Amina.
The casting director looks at Amina's headshot and resume.
You were in Secrets?
I was.
I loved that movie. I remember you. You were brilliant.
I was.
If you could play the role of Victoria like you played your part in Secrets, I can't see why we would need to see anyone else today.
Amina smiles.
I thought this was a chemistry test.
No, we just wanted to see you again to confirm that you are who we thought we were. We loved you so much in Secrets. You were great.
No, you're great.
Interior Malibu house day. Ross, a clean-cut man is in his late 30s, places a cup of tea in front of Kavita. Kavita picks up the tea and takes a sip.
This is the only place I've seen all day that doesn't completely break the bank.
I tried to make my prices reasonable.
He speaks with an Eastern European accent.
I'll take the room since I don't have many other options.
Fantastic. I will need you to sign this non-disclosure agreement.
He picks up a stack of papers from the table and hands it to Kavita. Kavita takes the agreement, and right before she signs it,
What would I not be disclosing?
The things I ask you to do while you live here.
You said cooking and cleaning. I don't do either, but you can pretend that I do.
No. I think you are misunderstanding this situation. You will cook for me and clean for me. This is why the rent is so cheap.
You want me to be your housekeeper?
Yes. You are getting it now. A housekeeper with benefits that occur in the bedroom.
Are you fucking mad?
interior ramen restaurant day. Kavita enters a ramen restaurant and waits in line. The person ordering in front of her turns around. It's Octavia Reed, 28, salt and pepper hair hiding under a fedora that makes her look even more fierce. Jumps up when she sees Kavita.
What? Kavita, remember me?
She goes in to hug her.
Yeah. Hi, Octavia.
Girl, it's been so long. How's writing going?
You know how it goes.
Working on anything exciting right now?
Nothing excites me.
I'm sure you're just being humble. This has been such an exciting year for everyone in our writing group. Remember Lacey? She's now writing for The Daily Show.
Really? She's really funny.
Yep. And Dumb's feature is killing it in the festival circuit. Won Palme d'Or at Cannes.
Yeah, he was always really funny.
And I'm sure you've been seeing Florine being absolutely brilliant on her HBO show. Don't tell anyone I told you this, but HBO picked up another show from her.
That's insanely awesome. Makes sense because she's hilarious.
I've been having a great year too.
Yeah, I heard 10 comics to watch. I thought you had to be funny to make that list. Guess they changed the rules.
It was so unexpected.
Don't I know it?
Octavia gives her a questioning look. Kavita shrugs it off.
The old crew and I were talking about how you're the only one who we haven't heard from in our group text the other day. What have you been working on?
You know, things and such.
If our careers have been this popping, we know yours has to be on blast, considering your mom used to work in the industry. Gosh, had I had a connection like that early on, I'd be nominated for 10 Emmys by now. But some of us are just starting from a further place.
Yeah, very interesting seeing you. I have to order this food and go someplace else, anywhere else.
She moves back in line. Octavia smirks and leaves. Her mission accomplished. Interior ramen restaurant later. Kavita finishes up eating. There's an uneaten bowl of ramen at the table. Amina walks in.
Thanks for the free food.
Kavita moves the uneaten bowl of ramen in front of her.
Thanks for coming to hear me vent about a bitch.
You know, I always liked Octavia.
You like everyone.
Sorry, I didn't mean to negate your feelings. Your feelings are valid.
Okay, I don't need a therapy lesson that you learned from a 20-year-old TikToker.
Okay, but both of that TikToker's parents are psychologists.
Tell me that I am not a loser. And just because my parents are rich, connected, and supportive doesn't mean I can't take my time to figure out what the heck I want to do in this business.
Baby, we've got time. We're not even 30 yet.
We'll be 30 in a year and a half. And we haven't accomplished shit.
Well, I got cast today.
Congratulations. Bitch, that's what you lead with.
Too bad I can't take it because they think I'm someone else. And 2, I'm homeless. Like, I may have to go back to Massachusetts ASAP.
No, 1, their mistake is on them, not you. 2, I am not letting you go back to the place that gave us Matt Damon.
No, we like Matt Damon and Ben.
No, like I said, you like everybody, and that is your biggest character flaw.
Interior Kavita's truck night. Kavita pulls up to Amina's apartment complex. Amina sits in the passenger seat. Manny's in the back seat. They look out the window and see a few pieces from Amina's apartment lying on the lawn. Exterior Amina's apartment complex, same. One of CJ's cats lies across Amina's mattress. There's stains of.
Sorry, I was hoping I could salvage the mattress, but I guess not.
She's disappointed. Manny shoos the cat away, picks up the mattress, and inspects it.
It's still salvageable. I'll clean it up.
Manny begins to move the mattress towards Kavita's truck.
Okay, if that infested piece of shit goes anywhere near my car, I will hurt you.
It's a perfectly good mattress.
Kavita takes out a Swiss Army knife and pops it open.
Put it down, Manuel Rodriguez.
Manny looks at her and drops the mattress.
Yo, it's that serious that we're using people's government now?
Why do you have that scary knife, Kay?
People are crazy out here. Look, they stole all your valuable things.
These are all of my valuable things.
Interior Raina house, living room, night. Amina and Kavita stream a TV show.
No one sane wanted to rent to me because people suck, so I give up.
I'd rent to you if I had a home.
And now Tim, the guy from last night and this morning, wants to date me. So annoying.
That's so exciting.
It's so not.
He was so hot. I don't understand what your dilemma is.
I should just keep fucking him, right? He's like, even though he's like 6 years younger than me.
Cougars are still in.
He's kind of dumb.
They can't all be smart.
And he's also a libertarian.
I mean, that part of him isn't great, but you should let love in, Kay.
No, I'd rather keep it out, eh?
You do you, boo. That was way easier to solve than my dilemma.
You have no dilemma. Take the fucking gig. It is not your fault that they can't fucking tell Black people apart and confuse you for that other actress who actually had lines and secrets.
Would it make me a horrible person if I took the job?
We are all horrible people. Might as well make your dream come true while doing it.
It's not great that I get the role of my dreams right before I have to move back home.
What do you mean you're moving?
It's awesome of you and your parents to let me crash here for a few days, but I can't live here forever.
Diane comes into the living room and places a plate of sliced mangoes in front of Amina and Kavita.
You look hungry.
We weren't.
Thanks, Miss Raina. I'm sure we'll enjoy it.
Kavita watches Amina and Diane's exchange intensely.
You're so very polite, Amina. Kavita, you should learn from her.
Diane exits the room.
I went on IMDb to look at the actress up, and she looks nothing like me. And her name is Jessica Hayes. Who could even confuse Jessica Hayes and Amina Jallo?
A racist.
But would I even want to work for a racist company? That would be a bummer.
Is going back home a better alternative?
Amina considers the question.
If I've moved back to Malden, my mom's going to try to convince me to marry my dad's cousin's best friend's third son with a low voice who just moved from Gambia and needs a green card, and I'm gullible, so I'll probably be convinced.
This is not a 90-day fiance, so that's not an option.
Kavita thinks about it for a minute.
You should just move in here permanently.
Amina considers this, but is very hesitant.
Okay, let me spit some facts. You get along with my mom way better than I do.
Facts.
Both Fahad and Lamia's rooms have been turned into extra guest bedrooms, and we never had guests before because no one likes my parents.
Half a fact and half an opinion.
We said that we'd be famous before we turned 30, and what better way than to live under one roof and help each other get famous?
Facts and an inspirational statement.
You could pay the same amount of rent that I pay.
Your parents are gonna let me live here for free?
Okay. Since the day we met, my mom's been telling me that you're the daughter she wishes she had. If you're here, I'll finally be able to get my shit together and fucking write. Like, for the sake of my writing career, I need you here.
That's a lot of pressure.
Well, remember how in undergrad we said that we'd graduated and we'd run LA? We're years out and we aren't running shit. Why?
I'm poor and you're unfocused.
Exactly. Without rent or utilities to worry about, you won't be poor anymore and you'll live here. It'll motivate me to focus.
Okay, I'm not sure.
Do it for the dream.
Oh shit. Are you invoking the dream?
It's been invoked.
Guess it's on.
You're moving in?
I live here now. You should probably ask your parents.
Mom!
Diane runs into the room.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, can Amina move in?
Absolutely.
Great.
She moves to hug Amina.
This is the best day of my life. Only second to the day I got married.
I noticed that the day I was born doesn't rank.
Don't worry, it's third to that.
Diane exists in the room. Kavita puts her arms around Amina.
My life sucks 1% less now.
Imagine how much less it's going to suck when we take LA.
Yes, queen. Yes.
Period.
Oh.
Woo! And that's the end of the pilot. Thank everybody for coming to the live stream. I'm gonna end the live stream now, but the Pack Theater does this every Saturday night at 8 p.m. So turn in next Saturday, 8 p.m. Pacific for a
Forever.
whole pilot dump.
Tonight.
I'm not.
Are you serious?
Woohoo!